Hello! In this lecture, we will discuss a specific point, the die_handle new vs self-class new, and the fact that you should never hardcode class name in your code. Before starting, let's have a look. Let's remember that self always represents the receiver of the message, and classes are regular objects in Pharo that you can send messages to. So in this example, we are using a plus message that we send to a die_handle object. And this message is important because it allows us to sum objects, dice in fact. And you have the implementation of this method here. And now let's analyze what happens if we do a subclass of die_handle. If I do a memo die_handle, which is a subclass of die_handle, and then I send the plus message to an instance of this subclass, in fact, what happens is that we will get back a die_handle instance instead of a memo die_handle. This is because the plus method that is selected by the lookup is the one inherited from die_handle, the superclass, and it always returns a die_handle object because the name of the class is hard-coded in the code of the plus method. So how can we do about that? Is that we can extract this code in a hook method like we saw in a previous lecture. So here we extract it in a handle class method and we implement it like that, return die_handle. And the good thing about that is that it means that in a subclass, memo die_handle, now we can redefine this method and we can directly return a memo die_handle. So now it means that if I send the message plus to a memo die_handle, I will get back a memo die_handle. So now it's correct. So from the extensibility point of view, this is a really nice solution because now I can provide new subclasses, I can redefine this hook, and I can specify which kind of instance should be returned. But the drawbacks is that if a subclass is defined but does not redefine this hook, if the developer forget about it, it means that it will be the wrong instance that will be returned. So we can do better. And a better solution is this one. Instead of hard-coding directly the name of the class inside the handle class method, it means that I can return the self class, the class of the receiver. And it means that now it will be always the class of the receiver that is returned. And it is dynamic. It means that according to the receiver, it will be the class of the receiver that will be returned. So it means that it is the same kind of the receiver that will be treated automatically with one implementation in the die_handle class. It will behave correctly for all subclasses. So as a summary, first of all, do not hardcode class names in your code. Never. At least provide a hook like that subclasses can redefine it and specify which kind of instances they want. But a better solution, if your language supports it, such as Pharo, is to directly provide a good default implementation by returning the class of the receiver using self class. Like that, you will directly get the right instances in subclasses. And this is an extensible solution by default.